Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we're doing deck number 284. Grunn the Lonely King. Now, when I saw this card, I instantly thought Grodd. Anyway, Grodd's a Flash reference. But this is obviously not Grodd because Grodd has mind control and that was required blue. But anyway, Grunn here is a 9 mana 10/10. Because we never, ever, ever want to pay 6 for 5. You're always going to pay the kicker. Just, it's too good. The kicker is too good to not play. So, with that in mind, I thought, well, if our whole goal here is to pay the kicker, and we have a 9 mana 10/10 general that swings for 20, we want a general win. We want to win via commander damage. So, first things first, we got to get 9 mana. Okay, so I divided my ramp up into 3 separate classes of ramp. I mean, we are playing green. First, I'll do the artifact ramp. Now, obviously, first and foremost, we're going to go with the Emerald Medallion. Moss Diamond, Felwar Stone, Colony Gem, CSA's Ring, Dreamstone Hedron, Gilded Lotus. Just artifacts that produce mana. Mana Prism gets overlooked a lot. Mainly it's just because it's, 3 for 1 colorless, which is, it's only marginally better than the Power Stone Shard. Hierophant's Chalice. Dark Steel Ingot. We're in mono color and I'm using Dark Steel Ingot, so that tells you something. We're trying to ramp. Guardian Idol. So that is it for the actual artifact. Now we have land search or extra land drops. And of course that starts with Rampant Growth and Nature's Lore, trying to search and get them lands. Search for Tomorrow is a cool turn 1 play. Harrow, Cultivate, Grow from the Ashes, Beneath the Sands, Primal Growth. Now, Primal Growth, I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, we're not going to be kicking it because, we don't have a whole lot of dudes that we're willing to sack. Sky Shroud Claim, Colony Heart Expedition, Sylvan Scrying to go find the Rogue's Passage, obviously. Explore and Broken Bond. Broken Bond's kind of, it fills 2 slots here. It's a little bit of removal, a little bit of ramp. And last one is Harvest Season. Now, Harvest Season is going to come into play because now we go to the creature ramp. So, by the way, Harvest Season's amazing if, say, you have a whole bunch of, elves that tap for mana, or you find yourself with, 5 or 6 tap creatures. In that case, you get a Boundless Realms for 3 mana. I'm not running Boundless Realms because, well, all the copies I have are in decks there. But this would be a great place for it. So the first thing, of course, Secure Tribe Elder, Yavimaya Elder, Mannequin. And now all the rest are elves. Druid of the Cow. Elfheim Druid, which I really like because this guy gets 2 green mana because we're gonna be kicking the general. Leaf Gilder, which is pretty much the same card without the kicker clause. Findhorn Elf. Wood Elves. Yiva. I like Yiva. Now she's not per se ramp, but she does let us cast our commander at the end of the last turn before ours so that it's kind of Suedo has haste. It's like, oh, you're done? At the end of your turn, we're going to flash out, kicked Grodd, and then untap, upkeep, punch you in the face for 20. Of course, we have our beloved 3-drops, or 3/1 drops. The Mystic, the Findhorn, and of course the Lanoir. We have Greenweaver Druid. Now Frontier God I like a lot. I mean, 4 mana to ramp it, but it's repeatable, so I really kind of like it. And he's an elf, which works really, really well with the Elvish Archer. If I had another Priest of Titania, she would also be in here, but evidently I've been running her quite a bit of decks and I'm out now. But last creature, not an elf, but it does hold off some of the early game, you know, it being a 0/4, and it does tap for a mana. So that's our ramp. That's a whole bunch of cards dedicated to getting our general out there quickly. Now, once we get him out, he's got to be beefed a little because he's going to swing for 20. We need 21. So, naturally, Loxodon Warhammer comes to mind. Sword of Vengeance comes to mind. Rancor. Blanchwood Armor. I mean, it kind of works so well in the deck because I think I've got the deck list up on Tapped Out, and I just did that. I want to say it's like 32 Forest. 32 Forest is quite a bit. I mean, I'm only looking at 5 non-basic lands here, and 2 of them cycle. So, and of course, one of them's Rogue's Passage. But that makes Blanchwood Armor really good. Also makes another card good that's coming up. The Forebear's Blade. Trample again. Now, these next two don't really, not so much power and toughness, but Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. Haunted Cloak is just one of those cards. It's hard to, I mean, the Trample here is really what does it. And, you know, Haste, it's, once you get this on the board, it's a 1 mana Haste enabler. Now, old boy's going to die. They're going to smite Grodd big time. But as much ramp as we have, we should be able to continue to cast him without a problem. And our last equipment is Trailblazers Boots. Now, thought hard about the other boots, you know, Swiftfoot and the Greaves. Probably not the Greaves. Swiftfoot boots would be real good in here to kind of protect him. Get another copy that maybe where it goes, it may take the place of these boots. But non-basic Landwalk is damn near unblockable. Now, we have got, more pump. Might of Oaks. It's not a permanent thing, but it does kind of get you there for a one-shot. Let's look at the removal stuff that we've got. Of course, we have Naturalize and Desert Twister. Creeping Mold and Prey Upon. Now, I really like the natural fuzziness, I guess is what I'm about to say. Obsolescence. It deals with those indestructible artifacts, and y'all know there's a bunch of them. Anything with Darksteel in the name. Oh, really love Crushing Canopy. You know, this has only had the one printing in Ixalan, and it is 3 mana for something you would normally play 2 for, but you pay that 1 mana upcharge for the option, because there's been many times you've been holding the Plummet and, you know, Angelic Horse is getting them a ton of life or whatever. But I'm still playing the Plummet. And as a matter of fact, Super Plummet, Whirlwind, because here lately, have you not noticed a uptick in angels, in dragons? So yeah, things that fly. It's almost a one-sided wrath here because we're not going to have anything that flies. Filigree Fracture. I guess draw a card. Now, Hurricane can also, even if you're not getting your general damage thing off, if you've done, I mean, maybe you've hit a bunch with your Warhammered up Grodd and you're just at a higher life than everybody else, you know, you can get there with Hurricane. Now, you can also get there with Primal Order. like I said, we're only playing 5 non-basic lands. 2 of them are just in there for card draw cycling. And Primal Order is kind of the real deal for mono green. I mean, our format, there's not a lot of monocolor decks out there. Dominaria has given rise to a few more than there was, you know. You've got Lyra, Baird, and all them, Baltic, Tetsuko. There's a bunch of them. But those aren't as popular as the Joras and the Jodas, you know, things like that. So, Primal Order can just flat ass win you games. However, it does tend to draw some hate. I mean, it really does. To make sure that you can, you know, deal with it, or you're just using it as a win con, because essentially this is a plane from Plane Chase that's, you know, just dealing the damage. Also, choke. Run and choke, because nothing sucks more in mono green general gotta play my commander than a permission deck. Now, this past Friday I played one and it was oppressive. We were playing Kingdoms. If y'all are not familiar with Kingdoms, it is awesome. I may have to do something on it. The Sliver player was the king. I was the knight. And of course, the king did not know I was the knight. He suspected I was the knight. And I was playing, oh, who's that guy? Kaladesh block. Baral. I was playing Baral. And I had the Arcane Lab Baral. Blue spells are cheaper. I mean, just, it had it all out there. And everybody was like, okay, we're done. But anyway, choke's really good. It's really good if there's a heavy mono blue presence. Last card is Fog. Yes, it's somewhat laughable, but Fog, I think, has won me more games than any other single card ever has. Because we as Magic players, we get overconfident. We do. And we will swing all out, especially if it's down to, you know, you and one other player. The alpha swing happens, and we all know it. Fog flips it around to where their dudes are now tapped, and you can crack back. More than likely, when you crack back with this deck, it's going to be lethal. Well, anyway, that's what I have got for Grunn. It's so hard for me to call him Grunn because I want to call him Grodd. Anyway, I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. The deck list is out on tappedout.com. Oh, and I have a question for y'all. As y'all have noticed throughout the history of the channel, what have we been doing this now? About a year and a half? And I have had some other videos, box openings and alternate formats and weird ways to play and things like that. But the more decks I do, the more I feel like that the decks are the identity of the channel. Now, YouTube has this option to make a separate channel, and I could just do like general Magic videos on it, because I do have a lot of stuff. Like I said, I have been playing, 24 years, and just to, I don't know, to maybe new player how to play stuff, maybe old lore, old decks of the past, box bust, things like that. Just a general Magic channel, and just separating the two that way, so as not to, for you hardcore deck tech viewers, you don't have to weed through the chaff, or what you would consider chaff. But I like box bust videos. I watch the Professor's booster box game every time it comes out. Battle Bond is coming, so I am gonna open up some Battle Bond. Y'all let me know what you think. It's being at the end of a 15-minute video. I don't know if anybody's watching this far, but heck, I guess this is a way to find out. Anyway, love you guys. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we are going to shuffle and cut.